star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. I'd like to recognize the special guests here. I don't know all their names, so I ask those people in these two rows to rise. And there's been a lot of people that were involved in this to make this happen. Terry Rice, Mayor Owens, Miss Wanda Gray, Miss Gray's daughter, Arlene, her whole family, the sisters, the Confederate soldiers, the posting of the color guards. Without this wouldn't have happened. This is a process that started 2 years ago. The sign that we are dedicating today is a part of the nation's 4-year remembrance of the American Civil War. The war reminds one of the most significant events in the history of the United States, and its impact is still felt today in politics and in our customs and our lives. Arkansas did have battles fought by grand armies with banners flying in the breeze, but more common to our area was guerrilla warfare. When Colonel James Johnston's Union troops marched to occupy Waldron on 7th of November 1863, only a few rebels were left here to guard the home front. Wisely, there were no shots fired. Before long, over 1,500 troops were living in tents near the former high school and scouting the area for miles in all directions. Though the Confederates continued to try to recapture Waldron, it did not occur. However, it did lead to other skirmishes, and those you and future generations will be able to read about on the sign that we are dedicating today. In the spring of 1864, the Union Army burned many of the buildings in Waldron and evacuated the area. As Waldron was a strategic location for traveling in any direction, conflicts continued to happen. The largest conflict in the county occurred on the Hahn Farm in June of 1864. After the Union Army had departed. The Union Army was pushing southward to the Red River, and the Civil War continued through the winter and into the spring of 1865. In Arkansas, this ugly, personal, and uncivilized war touched the lives of everyone, and it continues to even do so today. Our job as citizens, and proud citizens of Scott County, is to make sure that our future generations understand what has been sacrificed for them to be able to live free. Where you have the right, you have freedom of speech, you have the right to bear arms, you have the right to protect yourself, you have the right to go to church, the church that you wish. That is a right that every soldier, from the Revolutionary War to today, has fought to give you. History is not a dead subject. History is the beginning of where we're going. Because all I have to do is open my Bible, read my Bible, and look at the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of Arkansas, the laws that our founding fathers set, and it's all right there in the Bible. That may not be politically correct, But the good thing about this country is that I'm free to say it. Would you please rise for the playing of taps? Please be seated. In just a moment, our mayor's going to come up and we're going to do a conclusion to this ceremony. But before we do that, if there are any veterans in the audience, I'd like for you to stand up or raise your hand. And I'd like for us to applaud these guys. These are the guys that give us the right to do what we do now. Thank you. Thank you. Mayor Owens?
I would like to thank everyone for coming, taking part in the unveiling of this historical monument today. It's kind of a great honor for our county. And I'd like to thank Judge Forbes and Mrs. Wanda Gray McGo for their hard work and dedication to this program. Thank you.
Please rise for the retrieving of the colors. This concludes the ceremony. Thank you very much.
I'm Larry Puckett, past commander of the Sons of Union Veterans, and I'm also involved with the Arkansas Civil War Heritage Trails, which is the organization that has worked with the Sesquicentennial Commission to set up all of the plaques. We're trying to get plaques in at least one in every county in the state of Arkansas. 2 years ago, I contacted Wanda and got her the information on the plaque program. She went to the judge and they got money for it. They've done most of the work. It's important that everybody know all the people that were involved on both sides, and it was important that they be commemorated for what they
did. In 1861, hurrah, hurrah! That was when the war begun, hurrah, hurrah! In 1862, both sides were calling to, and we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. And we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. In 1863, hurrah, hurrah! Obeyed the end of slavery, hurrah, hurrah! In 1863, obeyed the end of slavery, and we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. And we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. In 1864, hurrah, hurrah, it called for 500,000 more, hurrah, hurrah. In 1865, they talk rebellious strife, and we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home. And we'll all drink stone wine when Johnny comes marching home.